Hello everybody, Captain Bill Kinney here today with a very short video presenting a helpful tool that most people do not know exists. The Automated Information System, generally known as AIS, has been a real game changer in navigation and collision avoidance on the high seas. Virtually all large ships broadcast their information, and the majority of cruising sailors do these days as well. To be really helpful though, that information that is broadcast has to be complete and accurate. Is your information accurate? Are you sure? So we'll first talk about how to confirm that your AIS is broadcasting the correct data, and then cover very quickly what that data is. A quick survey of boats in our marina, where we're staying right now, showed more than half of all the boats had errors. Many of them had multiple errors. Most common error: getting the radio call sign wrong. Also high on the list are having an expired FCC license, an incorrect or missing length or beam, even errors in the boat name. The U.S. Coast Guard Navigation Center has a tool that can help find these errors. If you sail in range of one of the receiving stations, the data you broadcast is compared to the data on your registration and other official documents. The results are posted online in a searchable database, and errors are flagged. Here's how you find and use this handy tool. Go to the U.S. Coast Guard NavCen webpage. The link is up there and down in the description. Select AIS, then AIS Vessel Information Verification Service. Follow the Begin Search link. Enter whatever information you have about the vessel you're looking for, and you will be presented with all of the vessels currently in the database that match that information. So here's Harmony's data page. Well, we passed, so we're setting a good example, so here we go. There are some limitations. Only U.S. flagged boats are in the database, and data is only collected in areas where the U.S. Coast Guard has receivers. Finally, the data does age out of the system. If your boat has been docked for a long time with the AIS turned off, or where coverage isn't available, you might not find yourself in the database. Well, let's take a look specifically at what data is required for recreational vessels using a Class B AIS. The following data must be present to pass the error tests: the MMSI number, the vessel's name. In the absence of a documented name, the state registration number is expected here. Only the vessel's name should be used. There should be no prefix such as MV for motor vessel or SV for sailing vessel. The type of vessel must be entered. For us, that's almost always going to be either pleasure vessel or sailing vessel. Overall length and beam. Also the position of the antenna on the boat. There is some basic rationality checks on these fields as well. For example, a beam greater than the length will get flagged, antenna positions that are not possible, and any measurements that seem to be in feet instead of in meters. Finally, there are comparisons made to documents on file. Does the MMSI number and radio call sign match the license on file with the FCC? Has that license expired? Does the name, type of ship, and dimensions match the certificate of documentation? Other requirements are placed on vessels that carry a Class A AIS transponder, but that's not typical for the kind of recreational vessels we sail. So check your data, and if it's wrong, make the corrections needed. The boats around you will appreciate it, because when you see a contact and you have no information about how big it is or anything like that, it's really hard to figure out whether what you're looking at is what you're looking for. So have fun and be safe.